of the National Football League. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Chiefs and the Broncos, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today on the Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business. And Denver getting set to take the field. They begin the drive with Williams. Then he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just one. From the 20, here's 2nd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. Shakes off the side. Throw left side complete. That's right. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. This offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some of the media this week are pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, but something like 4 of the last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down. 2nd and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll buy some time right. Go on the right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. From the 9, 2nd and 5. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Broncos are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Steps away. He's got Dulcich going across the formation.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. They'll take this to the 46. Well, these two teams, they met up in Denver earlier this season with the Broncos winning that one. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep. Rolling to his right. Breaks through the contact. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
No surprise to see him running again here. Is something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Touchdown! Javonte Williams from 4 yards out, and they are able to add on to their advantage. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives.
Let's go now.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Yasir Abdullah making the stop.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Again, it's Williams. Powerful running. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they had that one sniffed out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Big Andrew Billings there on the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Laviska Shenault, well over 100 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches. We'll stay in the AFC North as we head over to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Joe Mixon has a run for a touchdown. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington Commanders at home at FedEx Field. And that one all tied. It was former Tar Heel Javonte Williams with a solid first half. He had 3 catches in that opening part of the game and wound up with a touchdown reception as well.
The Broncos offense set to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. That's caught left side by Judy. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. Now back to throw. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he'll be taken down, but not before before he gets into enemy territory.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. And it's second down.
2nd and 9.
They'll set up a throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is
he ran the ball in on the last drive for the touchdown. That's now his 13th.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Powers through. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
And after that play, we've got an injury, and it appears to be to Cortland Sutton. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
He'll air this one out for Mims.
And he's got it inside the 10. A huge play there for Denver. 56 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the sneak, not what he was hoping for, and it's 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Back to throw now on first down. He's got his man in stride, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down. They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
That was a good play, an incompletion that feels like a disappointment. The ball was tipped in the air, a chance for an interception, and you just feel the home crowd coming together thinking, this is the big play we've been looking for. And when it falls to the ground, a little bit of disappointment, even though it was a good play.
Now a play fake here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 22 now, here's second down of the yard. They'll fake the jet sweep, but instead of give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards on the pickup, but that's all they needed to move the sticks. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and
they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Chris Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. It has to feel good for the defense.
This offense so far on third down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Escaping the pressure right. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They try the left side here with Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Williams. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Short throw caught by Dosich. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Broncos add on to their... Denver's offense now set to go. Now Williams running left. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run. It's Carter. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. 3rd down and 1. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use it more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught. Take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. And they take a knee. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.